Hey everybody, it's John Lindsay with Arkassippi Smoke Live and the all queued up competition steak and barbecue team. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite foods and probably one of the best barbecue bites that's ever been made. And that is brisket burn ends my way. Come along with me, I'm going to show you how. So a few weeks ago, I had a privilege of cooking probably one of the best briskets that I've ever had the opportunity to cook. It wasn't a Wagyu and it wasn't anything extra special. It's just we got everything just right. You've probably remembered some of the times you've cooked some of your best barbecue. Well, everything on this brisket was hitting on all cylinders. And so we can't eat a whole brisket. So what I do when I cook brisket is I separate it out and food savor the flat, and then I cut the point up in burn ends because that's one of our favorite bites. So we thawed our burn ends out and we've got them here and they're ready to roll. And as you see, I like to cut these in about 3/4 inch cubes and I've got them ready to go. We try to get them all close to the same size, but this has all got that good bark and that perfect point meat. And so we're going to be, of course, making our burn ends out of this. Now, nowadays, everybody's making burn ends everything. I've even seen burn end hot dogs. Well, that's not what we got today. We got the real deal, and it's going to be great. Let me tell you a little bit about the brisket that we cooked. It was seasoned with this new prototype rub that we have. It's called Reserve Blend, JW's Reserve Blend. And this is a coarse pepper, black pepper, flaky salt, got a little garlic and a little smoke flavor in it. This is going to be a good one. We're always prototyping rubs, so we wanted to put it on this brisket and give it a shot. It's real similar to Texas style is the way we ran with it, except instead of slicing the point meat, we're gonna go with burn ends because we love those. Always double up our full pans anymore because they're making them thinner today, folks. You got to watch them or they will double up on you. I'm gonna take these cubes of point meat and we're just gonna get them in here to get them ready. So this is what we're working with. These are going to be delicious, but we've got to do a few things with them. So here's what I've done. I've got a cup of beef broth and a 1/2 teaspoon of this roasted beef base. I love that combination. We've mixed it up here in a cup, and we're just going to add this to our cubes. Now, I'm not going to just flood these, but a cup is just plenty good enough. And so we are going to mix up this, and then we're going to add a little of this Melissa Cookston's Woo Woo sauce. We love this. We're not going to drench it, but we're going to add about a tablespoon in here with it. It complements beef really, really well. And then we're going to mix her up. A foil top, put over the top of this, put it in foil. It's going to go to the smoker for about 30 minutes. Now again, this point had already been thawed out in the refrigerator. So 30 minutes, 45 minutes on the smoker. We're cooking on pellet grill, Smoking Brothers, 280, 290 degrees. We're going to get it on and we're going to let it go. It's going to tender this point just a little bit. The point when we cut it was just a little bit tight. For burn ends, you want all that fat to be rendered, melt in your mouth goodness. And so this is the first step of 2 steps that we're going to do with these burn ends. So we're going to cover this, go to the pellet grill and get it on now. Let her go about 45 minutes. This is a Smoking Brothers Premier 30 Plus, and it is one awesome grill. Not all pellet grills are created equal, and not all pellets are created equal. I'm running Papa's pellets. I want you to take a look at these pellets that we're running today. This is the charcoal and the hickory blend, and these things really do a good job on smoke. Here in a few minutes when we uncover these, we're going to turn this thing down just a little bit to about 215 degrees, get a little extra smoke on these burn ends. But right now we're just going to tender them up in the first stage of our 2-step process. We're going to bring them in. This cooker cooks very, very even, but I know that the fire pot is right here. I'm actually going to set my burn ends here. It's going to go about 25 minutes right there. I'm gonna come back and flip it back around. It's gonna go another 22 to 25 minutes. Well, we've cooked our burnt ends at about 275, 280 degrees for about 45 minutes. Now, as we told you, we flipped it around in there. We kind of shook the pan a little bit just to make sure we were getting everything incorporated on every piece of these burnt ends. What we're going to do now is just simply drain this juice off. You know, the broth and everything we made, that was just to braise these and to render a little bit more fat. So right now, you can take a look at these. Boy, they are looking so good, and they're getting ready to rock and roll. But we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to reserve this just in case we might want to do something with it when we sauce them up here. But I'm going to get as much liquid off of those as I can. And boy, they're hot, steaming. And I want us to look at these for just a second here. When we take a look at these, man, I can feel that cube, and it is a cube of goodness right there. So we want to, they're rendered just perfect. Even that big one, you can see they're rendering down. All right, so here's the go. We want a little salty and a little sweet kick. That's the way we like to do them. We're going to use the all queued up, all sauced up. It is a sweet competition barbecue sauce. Man, I'm going to tell you, this one is good. We're going to use it today. It's got a little kick, little back end heat. It does a great job. Use the Hottie Toddy Climax Double X Bam. This is heat and sweet and a little extra salt. And then I'm going to sweeten it up again with a little sweet thing. So all queued up sweet things. So that's what we're going to try to do, is create that salty, sweet lick. So what we're going to do is put a little sauce in here with these. And we're not just going to, I don't want these floating in sauce. So what my goal is I'm going to keep one clean hand here. My goal is to just simply get them covered. And I want to be careful with them. These are still not to the point of just falling apart or anything, but we just want to get them glazed, just like you would glaze a chicken wing or something like this. I don't want them floating in sauce. And then what I'm going to do, now that they're covered and ready to go, I'm going to give you a little topping of the Climax Bam. And then we're coming over the top with a sweet thing. This has got some honey granules and some other things in it that's going to allow this to caramelize. Now I'm going to get both hands in and just toss these. And we're going to toss that a couple of times. We don't want to break this up. You're going to get a few broke up, but you can see they're really doing good. And now we're going to put them on, and it's going to kind of reset this glaze and this bark on here. Now let's go get these in the smoker. What we've done is turned it down now to about 220 degrees. On a pellet grill, when you've got the right one, you've got the right pellets, 220 is going to give you a perfect little thin blue smoke, and that smoke will adhere to this sauce, and it's going to give you that saucy, smoky, salty, the flavor that we all love, and it's going to hit on all cylinders. We're going to get it back out there, and then we'll come back in. We're going to take a bite of these and show you what we're looking at. After about 40 minutes, our brisket burnt ends have been taken off the smoker in that low smoke, 215 degrees, smoky goodness. And folks, here they are. These things look beautiful, and they look awesome, and the fat has rendered and caramelized, and it's exactly the bite that we're looking for, one of the best bites in barbecue. We're going to give these a shot. We've already got them plated up. A little sharp cheddar cheese, some Vidalia onions, and some fire pickles that we make. And now we're going to give this the whammy jammy and give it a shot. Look at this. Look at this goodness here. I'm telling you, it's everything that they're cracked up to be. Let's give these a shot. I'll tell you what, you can't eat just one. This is the meal that I've been waiting for. These are awesome. I'm John Lindsay, all queued up competition steak team in the Arkassippi Smoke Live. Folks, it's burn in night. We'll catch you next time.